Today, Indiana Governor Mike Braun signed 2 executive orders focused on transgender Hoosiers.
So this is a topic that has certainly sparked passionate debate from the State House to the White House. Our Emily Longnecker is here tonight to explain these latest executive orders. Emily?
The first executive order bans transgender women and girls from participating in women and girls sports at Indiana schools. The second executive order says there are only 2 genders, male and female. Governor Braun calls these orders common sense. Those who disagree say these orders target some of the state's most vulnerable people. Governor Braun signed the latest orders, joined by Elle Patterson, who says she lost a college scholarship to a transgender female athlete at San Jose State University.
That's just wrong, and leaders need to stand up for young women like Elle.
Patterson, who now plays volleyball at IUPUI, testified earlier this session in support of House Bill 1041, which bans trans women from participating in women's college sports. That bill passed the House and is now being considered by the Senate. The bill's author, Republican State Representative Michelle Davis, was there when Braun signed this latest executive order, joined by the bill's sponsor in the Senate, Republican State Senator Stacey Donato. Lawmakers on the other side of the aisle spoke out against the governor's latest executive orders.
Why aren't we doing an executive order to repeal the tax on menstrual discharge products?
Today's executive orders come after President Trump signed similar executive orders in the first 2 months after taking office. One order said there were only 2 sexes, male and female. The other withholds federal funding from any school that allows trans women to play on women's sports teams. Days later, the NCAA reversed its policy that allowed trans women to compete in collegiate women's sports. The current NCAA policy now bans them. Braun was asked if these orders were even necessary in light of the president and NCAA's actions.
This is crafted to be maybe similar to it, but it is crafted by us to address our point of view here in Indiana.
But those who work with the trans community say that view puts a target on the backs of trans folks, now making them less safe.
It's hard for a youth to hear that their government is telling other folks that they're dangerous, that they don't have a right to live their life as their authentic selves.
So for me, what this executive order basically sets up is one more excuse for people to bully and harass folks who are gender diverse.
Under Braun's second order, state agencies will only be allowed to recognize 2 genders, male and female. Until now, trans Hoosiers have been able to change their birth certificates with a court order. They will not be required to revert back to their original birth certificate. The same goes for driver's licenses that have been changed, except those licenses with an X designation, meaning neither male or female. Hoosiers with an X on their license will not be allowed to renew with that marker. A spokesperson in the governor's office says the BMV is already updating its website to reflect updated guidance to follow the governor's executive orders, and says the BMV is already planning to send out letters to more than 200 Hoosiers with an X on their driver's license. At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
The ACLU of Indiana swiftly responded to the governor's actions today, saying in part, make no mistake, Tuesday's executive orders are not pro-Indiana women. They are anti-transgender Hoosiers. They went on to say, unfortunately, this is just the latest example of the governor using his first 100 days to target various groups of people in the state.